it becomes more perilous for us.
Esports. It's blown up in the past few years from its humble beginnings of being laughed at by the mainstream media to the billion-dollar industry it is today. With fans from around the world, esports is poised to become the spectator sport of the next generation, as more and more people tune in every day. The biggest esports titles, Overwatch and League of Legends, invest a lot of money trying to create a high-quality and robust viewing experience for fans. So it makes sense that a lot of the production values and structure for esports borrow heavily from traditional sports. Most notably, the League of Legends franchise system is very similar to the NBA franchise system. It even has many NBA team owners as LCS team owners. In the same vein, the Overwatch League format is similar to the NFL format, with NFL teams owning OWL teams as well. A lot of these concepts are borrowed from traditional sports because, well, it's already proven to work. But what happens when Overwatch and League of Legends face problems that are totally unique to the esports scene? Let's take a look at Overwatch and the Overwatch League. Overwatch as a game has been stated by Kim Fan, the director of esports at Blizzard, to have been conceptualized as an esport from the very beginning.
Overwatch, it was very intentional to try and start early and plan out what we wanted to do so that when the game came out, we would have something ready.
And it shows. Overwatch League's production value is second to none, and you can tell that the second-to-second gameplay was really made for a fast-paced, exciting viewing experience. Matches are played on a variety of different maps to keep things fresh, and there's always constant action on screen. If they aren't teamfighting, they're setting up for one. But because there's so much emphasis on creating a high-quality viewer experience, they release changes and updates to the actual game at a really slow rate. The consistency of what you're viewing is great, but once the teams fully figure out the meta, the viewing experience starts to feel stagnant. So, for example, as of right now, the current team comp meta is called GOATs, where a team consists of 3 specific tank characters and 3 specific support characters. This is widely accepted as the best way to play the game, so in almost every single professional game you'll see a mirror matchup of the same 6 champions, despite the game having 29 different characters to choose from. Overwatch has had this problem for quite some time. Some might remember the dive meta that lasted almost a whole year, which is a lifetime for players who are accustomed to regular updates. The nature of esports is fundamentally different from traditional sports, where the viewers crave new and exciting content on a regular basis as the game receives changes. The lack of new and exciting content does not go unnoticed.
Some of the things that Outlaws fans have been waiting for is a good tracer player on Houston. It's Jake on the far. This combo's worked well for them before, but as soon as they see the defensive setup, they will just simply swap it away. Crucial time lost here for the Outlaws.
This stagnant meta problem that Overwatch League has is a problem that's completely non-existent in League of Legends. League of Legends updates its game constantly and rigorously every 2 weeks, changing damage values and adding new characters to its growing list of 143 champions. This causes the meta to change very rapidly over the course of a season, forcing teams to adapt to the changing game and giving a new viewing experience every time. But where League solves a problem that Overwatch has, Overwatch solves a problem that League has. League of Legends from a viewership standpoint is a fairly slow game. If you don't already know, the basic goal of League is a 5v5 race to kill the enemy nexus, but there are built-in obstacles you need to go through first before you can go for the actual objective. This inherently makes League a slower paced game. If we were to look at a hypothetical graph of fights throughout a professional League of Legends game, it might look similar to this. A few big important fights staggered between portions of gameplay that are for the most part uneventful. This sort of gameplay makes a lot of people become passive viewers instead of active ones, and it alienates viewers who don't play the game at all. For casual viewers with less knowledge of the game, it's unclear what objective the players are working towards at first glance. This is a stark contrast to traditional sports where it's easy to tell. The team with the most points wins the game. If professional League of Legends is a marathon, then Overwatch League is a 400-yard sprint. Overwatch has clear and easy to understand game-winning objectives, and it takes away all the non-essential obstacles to achieving them. This makes for a much faster and exciting viewing experience, especially for the casual viewer. Overwatch by Blizzard was conceptualized with esports in mind from the very beginning. They tried to create a game that would be both fun and a great viewing experience. League of Legends started from the opposite side of the spectrum. Riot Games, a small company at the time, just set out to make a fun game, but its popularity and its competitive nature pushed it towards esports. I think it's fitting that these two games mirror each other's path while having problems that they both fix in each other's games. Esports from the very beginning has lobbied for acceptance from the mainstream media and traditional sports, but until recently has been brushed off and often ridiculed. But maybe that's a good thing, because in a lot of ways esports isn't like traditional sports. It faces its own hurdles with a different audience. Maybe we're looking for help in the wrong places. Maybe we should borrow less from traditional sports and borrow more from each other. Hey guys, I hope you guys liked that video. Esports is something that I enjoy and I love watching. A few months ago, me and my friends traveled to Korea to watch the League of Legends World Championship Finals. It was just a blast. If you guys enjoyed that video, please subscribe. It would really help me out. Also, I stream on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sundays. Come hang out. I'll see you guys next time.